I am out of breath. Oh my God. Whew. This thing weighs at least 80 pounds. And so I've had it actually on the bottom part of my fireplace for like many years, and it's time to clean. And so we'll show you all the dirt and filth that has lined this, I believe, marble or alabaster sculpture. I can't even talk. I'm so out of breath from dragging this thing into the kitchen. And so, oh my God, it's enormous. And so I think it's alabaster. It might be marble. Let's actually look it over. Do you know? If you know, tell me in the comments below. But you can see it's really, really dirty. Has a lot of stuff like in dust embedded into here. And I also found out I could never understand who this was supposed to represent. Or, well, there's no artist signature on this at all. It is very antique and very old. And yeah, I'm still out of breath. Can you tell I'm out of shape? And so I could not figure out who this was. But tonight, we're going to do the unveiling of who this mystery sculpture is of. And I am so excited because now I finally figured out who this person is. And who was the original artist that painted a particular painting. And, well, I don't know who the artist is that sculpted this, but there was a famous painter that actually made an image just like this. So first we're going to clean it, and I will be back, and we'll go over what the heck it is. So I have this stuff. Don't know if it says streak-free formula. I hope it's streak-free. Parker and Bailey Granite and Stone Cleaner. Cleans and shines granite and stone surfaces. Streak-free. Leaves no residue. We can only hope. And there's very little left. And there goes the dogs barking. Oh, and I'm going to use this brush to clean it. Ignore that. It's the dogs. Look at all the filth that's leaking down from all the crevices. So far, so good. Look at the filth. Watch this. You just spray this and just filth completely comes out of this thing. Oh my God. I have to get in here. Look at that. Look at the filth dripping down this thing. All right. Oh my God. So I cleaned it and it's sort of like white. It's stark white right now. Don't know if it's alabaster or marble, but I will tell you something. I dragged this in here, and my husband is like a gym maniac. I mean, big muscles, big guy, can bench press like hundreds of pounds. And I asked him to hold this up a second so I can clean underneath it, and he was struggling. And he actually said I was a Mongo. A Mongo is like a woman that's like a He-Man. And he couldn't believe that I got this inside here. So again, marble weighs more than alabaster. So don't know. But look how white and gleaming it is. Why is there a feather over there? Well, there's a story behind this because now I know what it is. So doesn't she look like really, really, really depressed? Like she's mourning and crying. Let's check this out. She has like a pigeon cage or a bird cage below. She's very, very, very sad. She has her hand pressed up against her face with a woeful, despairing look. Let's turn this thing around if we can. And as you can see, it is very, very, very hard to turn these things around because they weigh 80 pounds. And on the back, let's check out the back. Okay, so she has this little headdress on. And you can see the back of this bust. I never knew how old this thing was. I never knew what it was of. There's no signature. There's no marks anywhere. I mean, I'm trying. I'm looking all over the place. Do not see a signature anywhere, do you? And again, this might help you to help me to find out if this is marble. Oh, I see scuffs. And what takes scuffs off? Magic eraser. Watch this magic. All right, you ready? And you see, magic eraser will take scuffs off of marble, but you gotta like really rub hard. And my hands are filthy, don't mind that. Yeah, so I don't want the scuffs on it. As you can see, yes, magic eraser is magic. It's magic. And you gotta like really scrub hard. I'll be back. Okay, the magic eraser actually really did work. All right, let's check out the type of marbling or veining going throughout this piece. It looks very like dirty, those little brown spots, but it's not because I cleaned this thing from top to bottom. Oh, I missed a spot right here. All right, magic eraser, a toothbrush, and that granite cleaner just took care of that. Look how white this is and clean. So for all these years, I had no idea what this was about. How it came about was there is and was, and many, I'm talking like 20 years ago, there was a shopgoodwill.com, which is an auction site just like eBay, except for many, many multiple Goodwill stores actually take their best shit. This is why when you go to Goodwill thrifting, you will not find any good shit there because they put all the good shit on their auction site and auction it off like eBay, exactly like eBay. And so I saw this and I said to my mother, I really love this marble. Now, they did not know what this really was, so it had a shitty description. And I won this for $25. I shit you not, $25. This giant, like 80 something pound marble sculpture. And when it came time to ship, oh boy, was I in for it because it came from another state, several states away from me. And I had to actually arrange for a company at the time. Goodwill would not ship it to me. They said it was too heavy for them to ship. And so I had to call up like a local pack and ship center near this particular Goodwill. And I had to pay them. And they actually only charged me like $80 to pack and ship this thing to me. That was in the good old days when shipping was actually affordable and packing. And so I got this for about 100 and change, maybe about 105, $110 when all was said and done. And I never could figure out what this was depicting. Why is she so sad? What is this all about? And it sort of reminds me of me in a way. I'm very melancholy all the time. I'm always sad. I'm always with my hand leaning up against my face in that type of, contemplated, worried type of demeanor. And I was like really fascinated by this statue until today. Over 20 years of not knowing what the hell this was or what this depiction is of, I finally found out. So let's find out what this is. So I saw this image on the internet and I was like, that looks so familiar. And then it dawned on me. It's my statue was after this particular famous artwork. It's called A Girl with a Dead Canary. And she's very, very upset because her canary's dead. You have the cage underneath, just like on mine, where she's leaning her elbow on. But unfortunately, mine does not have the canary. Don't know where the canary went after all these years. But it's by a famous artist by the name of, and I'm going to say this wrong because it's French, Jean-baptiste Greuze. And it's called A Girl with a Dead Canary. Now, when was this particular painting made? That's quite interesting. I want to find out. Now, before we go ahead, here's other works by this same artist. Again, here's mine. A Girl with a Dead Canary. And wow, what an artist. Look at some of his works. This is like absolutely outrageous. Look at this. Really quite sensational. This was a lot of his artworks. Look at that. Okay, this is an artiste. You gotta admit, look at this. Okay, let's find out more about this artist. I'm really intrigued now. Okay, so The Girl with the Dead Canary was actually made, this painting was made in 1765. Again, by Jean-Baptiste Greuze. So apparently this particular painting, I think I said 1765, did I? It was made in 1765. It's at the Scottish National Gallery in Edinburgh, Scotland. Very, very interesting. So here's the artiste. That's what he looked like. Oh God, he looks like George Washington or something. Let's find out more. All right, so we found a summary and a timeline. And it looks like George freaking Washington. And so who was this guy? Jean-Baptiste or Baptiste Greuze or whatever the hell. And he was born in 1725, died in 1805 from Paris or Paris, France. He was into the Rococo design and neoclassicism. And so what is Rococo? It's like an art style, an art movement in the 1700s. A very, very beautiful art movement. And okay, so to get to the long story short, summary. Greuze won commercial and critical success following his showing of a series of interior scenes, or genre paintings, as they were sometimes known, at the Paris Salon in the mid 18th century, mid 1700s. For those of you who don't know, okay, chief amongst his advocates was the influential philosopher and art critic Denis Diderot, who extolled Greuze's vignettes as a new type of morality in paint. Indeed, Greuze was credited by many as with creating a whole new genre in French painting. Following a less successful foray into academic painting, Greuze turned his attentions to a series of innocent, in parentheses, I mean quotes, innocent, portraits of adolescent girls and young women. I don't know why they put innocent. You know what I mean? I'm getting a little bit of a creepy vibe here. Okay, so a series of innocent portraits of adolescent girls and young women. Greuze girls, they were called Greuze girls. Interesting. As they were popularly referred to, executed in the pastel shades of the Rococo style, which often carried thinly concealed sexual allusions. Oh, okay, now I'm getting even more into the creepy factor here. Paintings of this ilk soon flooded the market. However, and this, coupled with a rise of neoclassicism, saw Greuze drift into an anonymity and poverty. Yes, he went broke with the last years of his life. Interesting. Oh, here's some quotes. A quote by him. I would really like to paint a woman completely nude. Oh, wait, go back. Completely nude without offending modesty. Interesting. And there's more. Monsieur, a man who works with 3 fingers, can never be rich. The money goes not to the artist, but to the reproduction trade, which keeps a lot of men employed. Very interesting. So that's what's going on with our sculpture. So he's talking about basically he, the creator, will make a work of art, but yet all the money goes to the people that make reproductions, and it keeps many men employed. Okay, so if you think about it, this was made in 1765. Was this sculpture made in 1765? I highly doubt it. This was probably made after Greuze, and a lot of sculpturists in marble and alabaster made sculptures after original paintings, after original artists. So I'm going to guess that this was made in the 19th century. Don't know when. It could have been the mid-19th century, the late 19th century, early 19th century. I have no clue. So you figure either, oh my God, my dog is like video bombing right now. If he pisses on that, I'll kill him. Don't you dare. I'm watching your ass. That's right. And your brother, go, you and your brother, go take a hike. That's right. You see him? Look at They want to pee on the statue in the worst way. They have an issue with pissing on my things. As a matter of fact, yeah, he's laying on the floor waiting for me to place this sculpture on the floor because it's not happening. I had to actually have this raised up on the fireplace shelf because otherwise they will piss on it. They will think it is their personal fire hydrant. So back to what I was talking about, the rambling on and on of the musings of a total fucking idiot. So basically what I'm thinking is that this was made, oh, he's up to no good. When he goes in that room over there, oh my God, I'm babysitting toddlers. Okay, so basically this was made after Greuze is my guess. There is no signature. Why the hell is there no signature on an absolute beautiful piece of artwork, if you think about it? I don't know. You tell me in the comments below. Now, we have a representation of the dead canary. Since I don't see a dead canary on top of the cage, don't know where the hell it went. Nothing looks broken off in the spot. So we'll just put that as a representation. That's my artistic representation of why she's weeping. She's weeping over, a feather. So I don't know. I always actually like this sculpture because it actually paints a picture in a way. And do you hear that shit? Who the fuck is honking the horn? Oh my God, New York is so infuriating. You can't even make a video without some asshole outside your window honking horns. Okay, back to what I was telling you. So thinking that this is like a picture. It paints a picture of, you wonder, like before I knew why she was upset, because I just thought it was a lady that was depressed. I often wondered, what was she upset about? And the thought that came to my head was that she was just sitting there, someone she loved just died. And she had her hand over her face as if, like, woe is me, basically. Like, oh, my life sucks. Oh my God, so and so just died, and I'm left here all alone. And my life will never be the same. It's just completely dark and empty, and there's nothing left for me in this world. And it turns out it's a dead canary. And so that was my interpretation. But you see how, like, what was your interpretation? What was she upset about? Before I told you, I want you to write in the comments below. What do you think this lady was really upset about? Actually, maybe her husband told her she can't buy anything else on eBay anymore, and she's cut off because she buys too much shit. Perhaps maybe that's why. She's very, 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 very sad and is about to cry. As you see, this is a very, very good sculpture. I wonder what country of origin, possibly Italy, possibly France. Who knows? We may never know. The world may never know. But at one point, I was thinking that this could possibly be a grave marker. And I know that sounds morbid as hell, but since it is not signed, the way it's shaped, it would actually fit like on top of a part of a grave or something like that. And again, my imagination always goes wild. I have a very wild and vivid imagination. What do you think? In the comments below, was this once a grave marker? Did this actually, was it supposed to go on top of a grave? It's the perfect thing to go on top of a grave if you really, really, really look at it. I mean, it's very sad, very melancholy, very, very, you know, like it actually gets your interest. It tells a little bit of a story, I guess. All right, well, guess what? All these years of having this, had no clue whatsoever what the hell it actually represented. Now we know. Could it have been actually sculpted by Greuze? Because Greuze also did sculptures. I Googled it. He made sculptures out of alabaster and marble. Who knows? I mean, it is unsigned, but maybe he made a rendition of his painting in marble or whatever this is. Is this alabaster? I don't know. Let's go around and look. It does have some kind of sparkling to it. I don't know if you see the little sparklings as you move it through. You see this veiny type of shit going through it. It is extremely, extremely heavy. You can see marbling and veining, just like regular marble generally has. Don't know if it's alabaster. You tell me in the comments below. Even her hat has that graining going through it. Let me just get back. Now, that stuff I used to clean this, I bought it, actually it's this stuff. I bought it many years ago at Marshall's. It was like, I don't know, it was on sale for like 99 cents in the clearance. And I was like, oh, one day I'll end up needing this shit for some reason. And it worked out perfectly because it turned this yellowed and browned sculpture out of stone completely, like, really, like, it bleached it nice. Like, it actually made it very, very white. If you look at it, when you first looked at my video, it was like absolutely filthy dirty, but look how white and clean it looks right now. So I highly recommend this shit. I went on Amazon and it's like they don't sell it anymore. And if they do sell it, they're selling it for like 20 something dollars a bottle. I guess they discontinued this and they don't make it anymore. What a pity, what a pity. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And again, write in the comments below, when you look at the statue, does it actually, what's its meaning to you? What thoughts go through your head? That's what the beauty of art is. Every single one of you, I bet, will have a different answer. I'll see you guys all soon, and so long.